Hi, I'm Emma Marston, and I'm the Interpretive Curator here at the Des Plaines History Center. We have a number of specially selected artifacts in our collection that are specifically used for people to actually touch and handle them to learn more about the past. There is a wide variety of these items, ranging from tools to everyday objects, but one of the favorite parts of that collection is our camera collection. Photography as we know it today began in the late 1830s with camera obscuras. These were dark rooms with a tiny hole in the wall that let in a dot of sunlight. People who were sitting in the room saw an image of the trees and sky displayed on the wall opposite the hole. Louis Daguerre combined newly discovered photosensitive materials with the camera obscura concept and created the daguerreotype, the first publicly available photographic process. Daguerreotypes used a specially treated copper plate that, when exposed to light and treated with chemicals, recorded an image that did not quickly fade. The daguerreotype became very popular in the 1840s and 1850s. By 1853, an estimated 3 million daguerreotypes per year were being produced in the United States alone. However, they had their downsides. Daguerreotypes needed to be exposed to light for as much as 15 minutes at a time, meaning that portraits had to be carefully lit and the subject had to sit still for a very long time. In addition, the chemical processes needed to treat the plates meant that creating daguerreotypes was largely limited to professionals. Later types of early photos, like wet plates and dry plates, were able to reduce the exposure time and make photography a little easier, but it remained an art form limited to only professionals and the very rich for many years. George Eastman changed photography forever by founding a little company in the 1880s, Kodak. Eastman invented a new kind of film, a flexible roll of film that was much easier to use than the clumsy solid plates that photographers had been relying on for so many years before that. The entire apparatus was contained in a little box camera, much like this one. This is our 1897 Kodak Bullseye No. 2 Model D box camera, and it was a very popular style right around the turn of the century. Kodak's simplicity led to its success, summed up by the company's original slogan, "You press the button, we do the rest." The consumer would take pictures and send the entire camera back to the factory for the film to be developed and prints made, much like modern disposable cameras. Kodak cameras were not only the first cameras inexpensive enough for the average person to afford, but also ones that were accessible enough for anyone to use, starting a revolution in photography. These improvements in film and multiple exposure capabilities caused a relaxed approach to the photography of everyday life. The snapshot was born. Of course, photography has continued to advance after Kodak, with other important technological developments that were introduced over the years. These include halftone printing, which sped up the printing process, and flash powder, which made it possible to take pictures even indoors in dim lighting.
But all these earlier efforts shared a common problem. You had to use clumsy equipment, awkward viewers, or special glasses.
Of course, not all camera technology turned out to be a success. This is a Nishika N8000 model. The idea was that it would use its 4 lenses to create 3D photos.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Unfortunately, the Nishika was much more complicated to operate than the box would lead you to believe, and the company's success never fully developed.
It wasn't fun, and you looked so silly.
To see these cameras and more of our education collection, stop by the History Center today, and maybe even get a selfie.